Hi, everybody. Welcome to my free YouTube guitar lessons. My name is Pebber Brown. I've been playing guitar for 40-something years, and I've been teaching for 30 years, so I can definitely help you guys out. A lot of guys ask me about scales and how to practice scales, how to learn scales. There's a lot of books out on scales, and you can really take advantage of the millions of ideas that are out there. However, no one really shows you how to practice them or how to learn them. And when I've seen other videos, they show you some really cool scales and really nice licks and stuff like that. But they don't really break it down where you can actually figure out how to learn the scale and memorize it. That's what I do in my lessons. I teach you guys how to do it so that you got it down and you can memorize it. Anyway, let's take the G major scale, for example. You can download the file on my website, which is right there, which is listed at the bottom of the screen right here. And the file is G major scale basics.pdf, and you can download that file and print it out, and then we can work on that with this video. Okay, so the G major scale, it goes like this. Here's G, and we go across the strings like this. That's generally considered position 1. A lot of guys are familiar with the 5-position system. At GIT in the 70s, they were teaching the 7-position system. And then there's other systems out there that use more than that. We'll get into that another time, but for now, let's call this position 1. It's based on this bar chord, or this G major chord. So we play the scale like this. Okay, you got it? Now, you probably don't have it. So you're saying to yourself, well, what the hell is all this? I thought he was going to show me how to do this. And you can't figure out what I'm doing because I went so fast, right? That's exactly my point. Because all these other guitar lesson videos out there show you scales really fast. It's hard to learn off of a videotape because you don't know what you're doing. You don't know where to go with it, and you don't know how to put your fingers in the right spot. Throw all those out. Here's how you start to do it. The way to do a major scale, and this is something I came up with on my own because when I was learning scales, when I was, I don't know, I must have been a teenager when I was really starting to practice scales a lot. I had learned them before that, but I really liked lead guitar when I was a teenager, and you know, going from junior high school to high school, you go to a few concerts and you decide you want to be a guitar player after you see all these amazing guys, right? So my guitar instructors were telling me to learn scales, so I was kind of on the fence with it, but then I realized you got to learn scales if you want to play lead. If you want to solo, you got to learn scales. You got to really understand and memorize scales. And probably abundantly, what made it abundantly clear for me for soloing as far as scales was going to see the Mahavishnu Orchestra back in, I think, 1975 or something. And McLaughlin really was the main influence on me as far as my dedication and inspiration for scales. So go check out John McLaughlin. He's still one of the best guitarists in the world. And onward. So here's how you practice a G scale. You don't want to do it all at once. You want to go a little bit at a time. So we take the 6th string and we start on G, and we go like this. We go up to the next note. So I'm starting with my middle finger, 2nd finger, on the G, and then pinky goes to the 5th fret on the A. So those 2 notes, you start playing and go back and forth like this. But hey, there's one more note in that scale. That's right here. That's F sharp. The reason why I don't teach guys to start on F sharp is because if you start on F sharp, it sounds like an F sharp Locrian mode, which is like this kind of tonality, or meeting of the spirits. that's a Locrian mode. So when you start on F sharp, your ear sort of gravitates toward hearing that F sharp is the key. But I'd rather you not do that yet, and then play the G as the starting note, because G is the key we're in here. And you want to hear a G major sound, which is like this. You don't want to hear an F sharp Locrian sound, which is like, you know. I don't know, maybe some of you guys like that. I did, that's why I like Mahavishnu, but here we are in G. So we're going to start on G, but we're going to play the F sharp after we play the G. So it goes like this. And then the F sharp, G. So you're going to go back and forth on one string. G, A, G, F sharp. G, A, G, F sharp. Now, do it back and forth like this. Notice I'm holding my index finger down on the note. I'm not lifting it up. It's faster to play that way. So when you get comfortable with that one string, add the next string. So you're going to go and stop right there. Don't keep going. It's important that you understand 2 strings at a time. And back down. I'm just doing 2 strings here. Do take it a little worn out, and then stop, shake it off, and then add one more string. So you're going to go on the E string, the A string, and the D string. We're going to play that scale. And then we're going to stop right there. So we're going to go back and forth on 3 strings now. So if you feel comfortable with that, add the next string. So you're going to go 4 strings now. When you feel comfortable with that, add the next string. So now we're going to play it on 5 strings. So then when you feel comfortable with that, you can add the next string, which makes it all 6. So then what's important is to understand you also need to do a lot of reps. If you just do 1 or 2 reps,